Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting season 4 with episode 1 of Battlestar Galactica. After that 2-part finale in the Razor movie, I had a little bit of time to reflect and really think about what it is that I feel about this show, because I found myself getting very aggravated, very upset, very mad, fed up, frustrated. And normally when you feel frustration, you kind of have to think to yourself, why am I feeling this way? And it's because something needs to change. And for me, I think my relationship to certain characters need to change. Definitely Admiral Adama. I kind of saw him as I don't know, this valiant leader. And really what he is he's a really good military leader. He's a good military man. And that's not something that I vibe with necessarily. He always chooses duty over everything else. And I think that is a admirable quality. Playing words there. But I will also say that, it doesn't always jive with my heart and my way of thinking, which is you don't treat people a specific way. Him being willing to kill people to have other people follow orders, I don't think that I can't respect that. I understand why, but I don't respect it. I think killing people that are valuable to the fleet and to the survival of humanity is not the way to go about that situation, but that's the way his mind works. That's the way he thinks. And I think I said this at the end of the Razor movie, that I expect a lot of these admirals and captains to be like Captain Kirk or Captain Picard. Captain Sisko. I've never even watched Deep Space Nine, but I know who he is. Come on, I expect all of these Star Trek captains to be present, and I have to remember that they are not military. Starfleet is a science academy. And so I have to kind of nix the idea that they're going to do things for the benefit of humanity. They're going to do things that benefit them, the survival of their ship and their crew. But other people, nah, right? And the mutiny thing, I get it. Lee is defending Gaius. But no matter what Lee is doing, if he is let's just call him a defense attorney, to me, my opinion sits that you will always support the person that's doing the job to create a fair trial. Now, did he use the Kamala against the president? Yes, because it's true. Did he use the alcohol against Ty? Yes, because it's true. Nothing that he said or did was untrue. And it wasn't personal. He wasn't attacking them because he wanted to see them hurt. He was doing a good job by pleading for the defense and why maybe these witnesses aren't credible. And Adama interjecting when his friend is kind of oh gosh, this isn't good for Ty. And, his girlfriend, of course, was getting, attacked for being on drugs. And it wasn't really an attack. They were both just being questioned. But he acted like Lee was doing something so horrible by creating a fair environment. And I do like at the end, he was the deciding vote, that he was the one that had decided that, Gaius was going to live. Where Gaius is now, he had some ladies sweep him off his feet and get him the hell out of there. He's got a fan club. Why wouldn't he? And that's pretty typical, is that somebody who is really popular, well-known, whether it's popular for a good reason or a bad reason, none of my business, but, you get fans. You get people that follow you, and he might be creating a cult. I don't know. I could totally see it happening. So he'd be like, these people like me. They worship me. Yay. So there's that. And I just I feel like I kind of owe an apology sometimes. Not that my reaction is wrong. I don't ever believe that my feelings are wrong. But they're not decisions that I would make, and that's what makes me frustrated by them. So I do have a slight apology for maybe not thinking more broadly, and being more accepting. I think I am very accepting, but I do think I have a bias where I don't really like military law or rule or how they treat, whether it is veterans, acting officers, just anybody, whether it's Army, Navy. I mean, I just have a hard time, especially when I talk to veterans all the time and I hear about how they were treated. It really upsets me. So, but I have to kind of like let the personal thing kind of sit in the back a little bit and just kind of take it for what it is. So I'm going to do better at doing that with this last and final season. So, I don't think that was the most important thing that happened at the season finale, but I will say we got Starbuck back, I think. I'm hoping that's her. I'm hoping she's not a Cylon. She could be the last one that we don't know about. She could be the queen. If I saw her in a 6 dress like she was at the bar in season 1, I'd be like, yes, queen. But I'm holding my reservation and my opinion on Starbuck until we get into these episodes, because it might not be real. She could be a figment of Lee's imagination. He could have a head Starbuck. I don't know. But the fact that she said that she found Earth, that's interesting. And the fact that like he had to fly away from Galactica and that's what he saw. Like, I don't know if he actually saw that. I don't know if that was a figment of his imagination. I don't know if Starbuck is alive or if she was a memory or just like a vision or a Cylon projection. Like, I have no clue. Lee could be a fucking Cylon. I don't know. But I know we're on our way to Earth. Like, we've got the damn roadmap in front of us, but there's certain little puzzle pieces that are missing, and I'm so excited, but I shall remain calm. Because I get so worked up, because like I'm excited for Earth, because I live on Earth. Like, that's exciting. Like, I don't know, like if Galactica showed up above me, I'd probably shit my pants. If the Enterprise did, I'd be like, beam me up, take me. Like, I want to see everything. Like, I would be waving to everybody. Sorry I didn't say goodbye, but I'm out of here. This is going to be amazing. Like, Galactica would scare the living shit out of me. But they're not landing our time. So we're fine. We're fine. Let's see. We also got, I know I buried the lead, but I mean, like, 4 Cylons. And it's funny, they were my top 4 on my list. And even Xander was like, I think people are going to have a hard time believing you didn't know this. And I sent it to him a month and a half, 2 months ago, before any of the music was revealed. Any reasoning that I could find was very slim and very small. Before Tori started acting weird, I had Anders on there. I kept saying I didn't even have Anders on my list, and he was already on there. I just forgot. Like, so the fact that I had those as my top 4 was like sheer dumb luck, or maybe I figured it out because of reasoning, but I don't know who the 5th one is. And that one's the one that's a mystery. So right now, my top suspects are Starbuck. I think the connection she has with Leoben is very questionable. He's and a lot of people are giving me shit for not liking Leoben, and I was like, what the hell's to like? We've got Creeper Leoben, and then the one that like got spaced. Other than that, I haven't seen anybody that's any form of Leoben that's been redeeming whatsoever. So, I mean, maybe in season 4 we get something, and then I could just say like, well, that one's not bad. Just like the Sharons and the 6s that I like. So, but like right now, like of the 2 that I've seen, creepers, gross, yuck, I hate them. So, like stole a baby, kept somebody hostage, was willing to be killed over and over and over again just to hear Starbuck say, I love you, and kiss him. How is that not creepy? So, Starbuck, very much at the top of my list. Ellen Tigh, because how could she not be a Cylon? I still said Kat. The President, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. On occasion, I still like think Gata in my mind is a Cylon, and to where that probably isn't true, but the fact that he is so against Gaius and he wanted to work with the Cylons, and because he was such an idealist, because I mean, me too, somewhat. Like I could see him like feeling that connection and why he would want to bridge that gap, maybe. But now I have no idea if it's anybody but Hilo at this point. Chief was definitely an emotional blow, but I think I was prepared for it a little bit just because I was like, dude's way too human. He's way too awesome. He cares about people. And the dream. And like Cavill being like, I haven't seen you at any of the silent meetings. Well, yeah, because he's one of the final 5, dipshit. So I'm just saying that like some of my picks I think were a little more obvious. Ty, from the very beginning, I was just like, he's a Cylon. And it wasn't even, I had no reasoning other than the fact that he was a drunk. That I don't think being a drunk makes you a Cylon, right? I think he was masking maybe some of the Cylon in him. So I'm curious to see how he handles himself now in this next season. All of them. I feel like all of them are going to just be like, do they know? Do they know that I'm a Cylon? Do they know? Like they're going to have it kind of hanging over them. And the fact that like little Nikki is a half Cylon. Like the fact that Chief and Callie could like get pregnant again and save the president's life again because now apparently she has cancer. And they said that like, you know, like the person that was leading them to Earth would be dying. So here she is still dying. I don't know if that changed because the trajectory to Earth went askew and they're like, ooh, let's heal her for now, but then make her sick again later. Not they, like the show writers, but just like whoever creates the prophecies and says the things, what has happened before shall happen again, and everything that's been written down that she was following. And then, you know, she's on Kamala, so she has those dreams again. She was dreaming about Hera running. Athena was in her dream, so obviously she knows who Hera's mother is, so she might be pairing that up. Athena was also very aware of the dream happening. Maybe she thought that it was just kind of like, well, that's weird that I dreamt about, you know, Rosalind, and the fact that they were both having that same dream, and then Six was in it, and they were like, hey, is it a trifecta? Are we all dreaming the same thing? Looking forward to where that's going, because that is not a connection I ever thought that I would see. Was Rosalind with 2 Cylons and having to trust them, because she immediately, when Sharon was on Galactica after saving people on Caprica, she's like, spacer. Like, I don't blame her because of Leoben, but, you know, at the same time, have I been calling him Leoben? Leoben, whatever. It's a stupid name. I don't like him. Yeah, so definitely more from that. Hilo had mentioned something to Gata about a storm coming. Mm-hmm. Storm is a brewing. Winter is coming. Just House Winterfell needs to watch its back because something's happening. And I don't know if that's related to Starbuck and Lee seeing Starbuck, if that's all part of the same shitstorm that's going to happen. But fuck, like this is the last season. I'm so excited, but then it's done. And then I'll have to pick a new show. And that'll be even more fun, you know, especially everyone that like loves space shit as much as I do. I get a lot of recommendations. So, you know, in the next couple weeks, there'll probably be polls in which people can vote on it and help me select what's coming. It's exciting stuff. It really is. I'm enjoying it. So guys, let's get into... There's so much that they have to cover in this first episode. And I don't know if this one's a 2-part or not. I haven't even purchased it on Amazon yet. So I still have to buy it so I can watch it. But there's so much stuff to cover in the first episode or 2 that I'm expecting mind to be blown. Are you ready for it? I'm ready for it. I don't know why I heard Taylor Swift when I said that. Anyway, let's get into it. And yes, I have a cat with a bloody knife on my shirt. Dad, if you're watching, cover your ears, and then when I do this, you can uncover them. Are they covered? It's a killer pussy. Okay. Hi, Dad. Ooh, a new opening. 7 are known. 4 live in secret, 4 live in secret. Oh my god. One will be revealed when?
Previously on Battlestar Galactica.
Is it Starbuck? Because that's her voice.
I've been to Earth. I know where it is. And I'm gonna take us there.
I feel like she might be a figment of his imagination. Unless she shows up on Galactica right now. Okay, still chatting, huh? In the nebula.
Big blue oceans, fluffy white clouds.
Oh, everybody can hear it. Oh my god.
Identify that ship immediately.
Sir,
Yeah,
checking for colonial recognition codes.
He's feeling things.
I'm trying, sir.
I'm picking up her ship signature.
It is not real. It is a trick.
Duplicate verification.
Checking.
It could be a Cylon.
Don't lose me this time, Apollo.
Oh, not a chance.
Space shit! Oh, but I'm still, like, I don't know what to believe. Like, are they... So she's not with them.
Admiral, it's a Cylon trick.
I don't think so, actually.
Saul! Saul!
Yeah, get it together, Saul. You got a job to do.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing, Bill.
Identity crisis.
Never felt better in my life.
Oh, this has to be a dream. Wake up. Please wake up.
Colonel Ty! I gave you an order.
That's not a nice trick to play.
Shoot first. Get the fuck in there, go kill something. Let's go, let's load these birds!
We don't normally get this attitude out of Chief, and I'm kind of liking it. Is this Gaius? What's up, girl?
It's a place we found an unused compartment.
That doesn't look sus at all. Yeah, nice to pay attention there, sir. Nobody else was. Wow. I mean, how did the Cylons show up at the same place at the same time? It's like they're on the same trajectory. Wow. How many people are on that ship?
Oh my god, it's Captain Tarney. 600 souls on that ship.
600.
How did they find us?
Yeah, that's my question.
It's a question, isn't it?
It is. Matter of fact, it is. Stop staring at each other. It'll get suspicious with you two.
I'm Samuel T. Henderson.
Yes, you are.
Born in Pycon.
Yes, you were.
Get your thumb off the transmit button, Sam. You're
Copy that.
Sam, oh god. They have him out here fighting in this battle and he didn't even know that he was transmitting to everybody? Oh my gosh. Like, did he hear Starbuck's voice or was that just in CIC? I feel like that will put him in... Oh my god! Oh god, Anders.
Felix, there's a raider on you.
If Celix dies after getting promoted, I'll be so disappointed. Come on, Anders. Come on, Anders. Come on, Anders. You got this. You got this. Shoot! Shoot! Anders! Does it know? Does it know? Oh, please don't transmit something to Anders. No! Fuck! Oh, not Anders. All he had to do is hit the trigger. If I'm Anders, I say, like, sir, I think I'm a Cylon. Please help me.
Why the hell did they let us go?
Maybe something's changed.
Recognize the final five?
I have no idea, Madam President. No idea.
Great acting right there. Oh my god, the scene where he shoots him in the head? Starbuck is in fact back. Everybody heard her voice. I thought for sure she was a head Starbuck. I don't think that she's a Cylon. If she knew, she wouldn't try to kill more Cylons. My god, we just lost 600 people. Plus. Who knows how many we actually lost in that battle.
You'll be safe here, guys.
Really? More ladies and candles. Perfect for you guys. Yeah, I'm glad they saw that. Not that I want something to happen, but it's just logical. Oh, look at a nice little setup happening down there. He looks like he's wearing like robes. Like he's going to be anointed or they're going to start praying to him or something. A little bit of a Jesus vibe. Oh, the head bowing and everything. It's very much a Jesus vibe, isn't it? What are you thinking, guys? Right.
I want to sign out so I can get in the showers.
I don't have one for you.
Yeah. Where's Lee? You've been dead. Your picture's up on the wall, girl. You've been dead.
I did it, boss. I found Earth.
Everybody move back.
Her vibe is so different than everybody else, and she still isn't catching on. Yeah, guns clicking.
I'm off the ship for a few hours and everybody's...
A few hours? Kara, you were gone for over 2 months.
My ship's clock reads 6 hours and change.
Then your clock's wrong, Kara. We thought you were dead.
And chaos ensued after. A lot of people had big feelings. Big feelings. That reminds me of Contact with Jodie Foster. Except she had 18 hours of footage. And they said, oh, you dropped through in seconds.
None of the other ships will have you.
Yep. Yeah. This is home sweet home. Unless you want to help people find Earth.
Facing execution. Today you're free. Why the long face?
A suit. 6. Damn.
King of fools.
Indeed.
Probably better to be hated by everyone than loved by this lot.
Hey.
Live out the rest of my life in this loony bin.
He thinks they're underneath of him? Really? He has nowhere else to go.
I'm here for you.
In your brains.
That is
Saying
so
whatever
beautiful.
you want to have me say, pretty much. He's praying.
Who are you praying?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were alone here, aren't we? The others aren't coming back soon. And the door's locked.
Freedom! I don't know. There's some guys that probably want to break in here and take care of you, though.
Can you feel God's presence?
You know what? I think I do.
Couple handfuls of them.
So do I.
Do you?
It's so Gaius of him, isn't it?
I took these pictures in orbit. The star patterns match what we saw in the tomb of Athena.
How did you get here?
I told you I don't know exactly.
Well, that's just not good enough, Captain.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I took the pictures. I didn't imagine it.
I don't think she did either.
I had my crew clean it up. It's got the same tail number as the one she flew out on. But I've been fixing up that old bird since day one, and this thing looks like it's been rolled off the showroom floor.
That's what I'm saying. It looks brand spanking new.
There's no record of where this ship has been.
Okay. Put her in the brig.
What? So some things don't add up and we're back to thinking she's a Cylon?
Baltar's Cylon detector was a crock. It failed to ID Boomer.
Might want to go check those those logs.
The nebula was supposed to be another clue on the way to Earth, but it...
The nebula.
And then
is
you
only
got a clue.
road sign along the way to Earth.
Well, what if Kara
Is
is the clue that we were supposed to find?
There you go.
And what if she's playing you? And all of us?
I get it. I get the skepticism. It's because I know everything about Leoben.
What's going on?
Oh, he's naked.
Derek, is it?
Let me pull this blanket.
I guess that the one true God just doesn't want him to live, right?
What do you do, guys? His eyes are gonna bug out of his face. He does not know how to answer that question.
Anybody still hearing that fracking song?
Maybe it stopped when we figured out who.
Anders, tell him.
But we are.
You know, after that, Raiders scanned me with that.
Okay, he did tell him.
Those bastards can't program me to help them. No way.
Boomer thought the
He's
same
full
thing.
of too much piss and vinegar.
And then she shot the old man.
Yeah.
Boomer didn't know what she was. We do. That is not gonna happen.
It's a step in the right direction. Knowing it rather than not knowing it. Maybe you should leave your sidearm elsewhere?
Agreed?
Wow. It's weird. The four of them being in one room. I don't know what to think.
No ring gas giants like you claimed you saw.
I did see it, Lieutenant.
Yeah, guys.
And what are you
Guys,
saying,
Gata.
Mr. Gata?
I'm not saying anything, sir. I'm just following orders.
Well, I'm ordering you to help me.
You're ordering me.
Mr. Gaeta, take a break.
Yeah.
With pleasure,
Smart.
sir.
Wow. Gata with the tood.
Baltar's calculations took months.
It doesn't work like that.
How does it work, Kara?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's a feeling. An intuition.
It's the same thing the president said.
5, 4, 3.
2, jump.
Oh, that hurts her? Oh, God.
What do you want me to do?
Trust her.
You want me to go to Laura Roslin because Kara has some feeling about where Earth is?
Yes. She'll understand it.
I just left your ship. There's not a scratch on it. How do you explain that, Kara?
She can't explain how she got there, how she got back. What do you expect her to do?
Look at me. Look at me. You once said you loved me like a daughter. If you still do, you've got to trust me on this one.
I can't afford to.
Some great acting from Katie right there. Oh, she's being followed around? Go find the president. Go have a word with her yourself.
No!
Great scream, though.
What should I believe? Should I believe my heart? My eyes?
Your heart!
Well, you know where I stand.
I stand with Lee.
She's still staying in your quarters?
Just till we find a place to put her up. To finish the rest of her deluxe treatment.
Mm-hmm. Snuggle buddy, eh?
We needed everyone up there.
Lee is wearing that sweater. It is fitting nicely.
Dad, what if Zach had come back to us in that Viper? If my brother had climbed out of that cockpit, would it matter if you were a Cylon? Would that change how we really feel about him?
Oh my god, what if Zach is the final Cylon? I wouldn't even recognize him. I'd be like, who are you? You gonna try to bless him?
Please, God. Don't let this child die. Take me. We both know I deserve it.
And he has nowhere else to go.
I'm just asking that you spare the life of this innocent child.
I don't know if that's a trick or if it's genuine. But either way, good job, James Callis.
What are we doing here exactly?
You're gonna shave his beard off? What are those guys gonna do? Like attack Gaius? Or be like, hey, we got a spot for you? Oh, weird. Yuck, put it back. haven't seen a bare face on him ever. It's a great way to hide him.
Mr. President?
We should get back.
Good to see you again.
Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It's got great bone
Sorry, I
structure.
can't.
We met at the groundbreaking ceremony on New Caprica. I introduced you to my son, Kevin. I told you he wanted to be president when he grew up.
He died.
How is,
Kevin.
Kevin, how is he?
He's dead.
Yeah.
Your police shot him.
Come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
Fresh face, here's a bruise. Wow. Wow.
Come on back!
Stop it!
To the boys.
Do it. Take my life.
Oh, good job, girl. Yeah, showing them the business. All right, good job, girl. Oh, God, I think you got him. Oh, girl.
Gaius, I knew God wouldn't desert you. I felt his love course through me, giving me the strength to smite them.
A little less fighting next time, unless you want to be handled on murder charges.
I mean, she smited just enough, I think.
Derek, oh.
God answered your prayers. You have to see. Look.
What?
Look at him.
Oh, with his little coffee mug. What's he drinking? I hope hot chocolate. That'd make me feel better.
It's a miracle.
I'm like, nah, it's a coincidence. Not a miracle. I feel like it's a coincidence. Trisha looking good in that suit.
Did they take pieces of me? I mean, is it possible that they grew me, implanted me with the memories, or it with the memories, or...
Oh, they have her questioning her own sanity now.
It's been my entire life thinking I'm one thing.
Yeah, and then you wake up one day and discover you're another.
His experience.
Still doesn't change who you really are. Still doesn't change the fact that I love you no matter what.
You are a better person than I am, Sam, because if I found out that you were a Cylon, I would put a bullet between your eyes.
That's her humor. That might not be true. You gotta get her into a Viper immediately. Yeah, yes.
The old man's not gonna listen to me as long as she's... I gotta get to her.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, karate chop to the throat. Whoa. She just throwing those like crazy.
Kara, come on.
Oh. Okay, she had something in her hand. I thought she was just like nunchucking people. I don't know what that's called. It's a chop. Oh. Flash bomb. Smoke bomb. I know she's not killing people, but please be careful. The smoke. Are you dreaming, girl, or is it real? Oh yeah, we're watching the next episode. Yep. Okay. I have to like work my way backwards through the episode, but her saying that she would kill Anders if she found out he was a Cylon, that's fantastic writing. It really is. And Katie is kind of elevated in this episode. Like I'm hanging on her every word, her every action. I'm looking at every facial expression she has. Like she's killing it. She's killing it. I'm so happy to have her back. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's Starbucks' way of like deflecting emotions. Like she's just not emotionally mature enough to handle somebody outright saying I'll love you no matter what. Like she cannot compute that. Like it's not something that she's able to absorb and say thank you. Like she doesn't even say I love you too. Just thank you. I feel like if if Hilo said that to Boomer, she'd be like, thank you, and just start crying. Because she realizes the heft and the gravity of what was just said. And when it comes to Anders and Starbuck, I love them because they do work together. They're the toxicity with the cheating, and all that, but definitely that way she deflects that. I don't think it were true. I think if she found out Sam were a Cylon, it would probably break her heart a little bit. But the fact that she's already gone through it with Boomer, I mean, he's still him. I thought for sure when he got his eyeball scanned that he was getting switched on, and all of a sudden he was going to be like a stealth killer just going through Galactica, just annihilating people. And thankfully he's still just Sam. The fact that he's all of a sudden a Viper pilot, though, I will say is specifically for the plot to make sure he was out in space so he would get scanned. He didn't even want to be a leader back on the algae planet to help out Lee. So I don't buy the fact that all of a sudden he's like, you know what, I can fly a Viper. No, specifically for the plot. But yeah, her questioning her own identity, her own sanity, and people making her feel a certain way. It's that whole paranoia about who is and is not a Cylon, right? And now she's going through that. I'm sure when they announced that Cylons look like people, everybody was just like looking in their eyeballs and checking to see if there was a way to tell that they were a Cylon or not. Because I think if you when you get deja vu, or if you're in your bedroom and you're like, oh, I need to go get the lint roller, and that's in the downstairs closet, and then you get downstairs and you just kind of look around and you don't know why you're down there. I feel like that sort of thing would trigger somebody to be like, oh my God, am I Cylon? Did I just get switched on? Did I just get switched off? Did I just go blow up a water tank? I'm just saying that it's so easy to create that paranoia in a person, and for her to question her own mind, her own memory. And she doesn't remember how she got to and from. So it also makes her question, did something go on? Because I can't remember that. And trying to explain the brand new Viper, Chief saying there must be a body shop somewhere out there because it's not the same one. I think that that is heartbreaking. And that Admiral Adama wants to believe her. That he wants to just be belay that order, jump to these, coordinates or anything. And Rosalind is her last chance to try to convince everyone to head in the other direction. And I was oh God, they're going to shoot her, or there's no way that she's going to get to the president. Security on this ship needs work. But there's probably people in that job that didn't have to do that job. And of course, when Starbuck is coming at you with, hands ablazing, it could definitely be scary. I thought she was karate chopping him in the throat. Maybe the first one she did, but I didn't realize she had something in her hand. And Lee immediately believing her, not believing his own eyes necessarily at first, but her saying try to keep up, and he's I'm not taking my eyes off of you. I really appreciate that about him, because I questioned it. I was he's going crazy, and then we heard her voice in CIC, and I was holy shit. Okay, everyone else can hear her, so that's... But then, then you see Ty shoot Adama in the face, and you're just oh my God, can I believe anything? I don't know. I think it get to the very end, and this was all a dream. Somebody wakes up and they be I had the most unusual dream last night. What are Cylons? You know what I mean? So it's just kind of I don't know. I don't really know what to believe yet. Now, I will say, having the four together, having Chief, Tori, Anders, and Ty all in the same room discussing the facts that they're Cylons, discussing Starbuck, discussing Sam being scanned. I'm so happy he said that. I'm glad that they don't have to hold our hands and just be and this is where Sam tells them about the scan. But that they bring up that it did happen. So that's good. I'm glad that Sam is confiding in them. It's really the only support system that all four of them have. It's Chief can't tell Callie. Tori can't tell the president. Ty definitely can't tell. I wanted to combine Saul and Ty. Ty definitely can't tell Admiral Adama. The Starbuck thing and questioning whether or not Starbuck is a Cylon, and Lee having that conversation with the Admiral about, like, if it were Zach, it wouldn't matter if he was a Cylon, you'd still love him anyway. You know, Ty was having a hard time with that thought about shooting Adama in the head. And we know how loyal the Admiral is to Saul. We know, like, he was willing to, like, give up his own son because of Ty and the President during the trial. Like, he's just like, you dare make them look bad? Like, we're done here. You have no integrity, which is never the case. Oh, wow. That just hit me like a ton of bricks, that at some point Adama is going to have to know the truth about Ty, and he's going to have to accept it, because if he can accept Boomer / Athena, if he could accept Zach if he were a Cylon, Lee if he were a Cylon, still could be, and, you know, Starbuck now, like, these are people that you love and you care about, you know, like, it doesn't change who they are, like, and who they've been to you. It's just a little extra special sauce. You know what I mean? That might be a weird way to put it. Wow, that'll be interesting. I don't like that Ty was imagining that. And there was a bottle of alcohol out, but I didn't see him drink it. So hopefully, like, he's kind of like, I'm not touching that stuff because I need my wits about me, like, going through all of this. Ooh, man. And then, you know, Chief at the beginning, when he's getting everybody like really like steeled up to get into their ships, and he's like, come on, let's go. Like, I don't think I've seen him that animated. And he was very passionate. And I think them knowing the truth might actually inspire them to do the opposite than what you think the Cylons would do. And I don't know if that's necessarily what they would do, but I think that, like, it's a good start. Now, the Cylons attacking at the nebula, I mean, they all arrived at the same time, so obviously they all have the same destiny of reaching Earth, I guess. Starbuck arriving there at the same time, obviously the Cylons dropped her off, or at least Leoben did, with a new Viper. But I don't know if the images, like, if they sent her there because she could find Earth and give them intel, and that's why there was nothing in the nav computer, maybe. Maybe the Cylons were like, yoink, that's ours. And, like, they're on their way to Earth, or they're waiting for Starbuck to, like, show the way, or I don't know. I mean, obviously she's the key to something. So she's been to Earth, and it was only 6 hours, but she was gone for 2 months. That totally reminded me of Contact, but, like, in reverse. And, you know, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Contact, but when she drops through the ring and everyone's just like, it was a split second, and she was like, but I was there for 18 hours. And then later on, at the end of the movie, they reveal that they have 18 hours of footage of, not even footage, just of static. So, like, she was somewhere for 18 hours if they have 18 hours of static. I wonder if they drew inspiration from Contact. Such a great movie. I wish I could see it all over again for the first time. You guys would probably see me cry, because I definitely cried. And I definitely did one of these a few times. Why build one when you can build two for twice the price, right? Do you guys get that reference?
Want to take a ride?
But I am going to jump into part 2 here because it seems like we're going to get a great moment between Starbuck and the President. We already got great acting between the President and Six, and them sharing information with each other, and, you know, Six pretty much saying, like, I'm not supposed to be thinking about them, and, like, Rosalind challenging her, saying, like, well, you are right now, and you not trying to think about them makes you think about them. So, like, that's a really not sound logic. And it's almost like they were, like, programmed or, like, told to be scared about thinking about the final five, to, like, stop any curiosity so they wouldn't try to find them. And Deanna didn't listen, and she was on to something. So that's exciting. And then I totally skipped over Gaius. Yeah. Him being held by people who are, I don't even want to say religious nuts whatsoever, but people that probably believe in him, believe in his message, believe in they need something to believe in. I think that there's a lot of lost people in the fleet, and they're really trying to hold on to something that has given them hope. And I think that Gaius gives people hope. He still looks down on them, and that really bothers me. He's like, I can't spend the rest of my life here, or like, I don't want to be here with these people. I'd rather be dead. I'm like, Jesus, they're not that bad. So Gaius still needs to be humbled, like left and right. He's still really, like, you were at the rock bottom of rock bottomest that you could rock bottomly get. And you're trying to tell me that this isn't enough? It's all you got. It's all you got, my dude. So I don't know if he was playing them when he was like praying. It seemed kind of authentic at first. And then as his voice got a little bit louder and more people were watching, I was like, oh, is this a show? Is he putting on a show? And, you know, I mean, Derek lived, so maybe he is blessed with the touch. I do think it's a coincidence, personally, that he had a razor held up to his throat and he was like, do it, do it, do it. But also, he is at the rock bottom of rock bottoming list, rock bottom that you could get. So it's this or dead, I guess. I don't know. So I'm now that like he's healed somebody, I think that that's just going to cause even more people maybe to come to God, Gaius, the God, instrument of God, hand of God, whatever we want to call him. He's Gaius. He's so great to watch. He's so entertaining and wonderful to watch, and it's amazing, like the acting performances that we get in here between, you know, Eddie and Ty. And it's funny that I said Eddie and then Ty, but Eddie and oh God, what is his name? Hogan. Michael Hogan? Yeah. And James Callis and Katie. Katie has kicked it up a notch. Like that whole beginning where she's just like, the vibe that she's giving off and the vibe that's around the room is so completely different. Such a, like, you can viscerally feel the difference. And it was so uncomfy, but what a great performance. So I'm really excited to get into part 2. If you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below of what you thought about this episode and this episode alone. Do not put any spoilers in the comments. If you want to be part of the Patreon and talk about these ahead of time and see them ahead of time, feel free to go to Patreon. We do have a whole BSG chat where we talk about stuff, especially like if I have a revelation and I want to share it with people. There's that over there. There's a couple different chats going on. Great time, good time over there on Patreon. But guys, come back here for part 2 because I'm sure it's going to be a banger. Space shit! Okay, guys. I'll see ya soon in the next one. Bye.